Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to day 23, 23rd of September. Yes, we're looking at chapter 23 today, and I hope you've been blessed by the previous days. All right, let's get right into it. Proverbs chapter 23. When you sit down to eat with a ruler, consider carefully what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you are a man given to appetite. Do not desire his delicacies, for they are deceptive food. Do not overwork to be rich, because of your own understanding cease. Will you set your eyes on that which is not? For riches suddenly make themselves wings. They fly away like an eagle toward heaven. Do not eat the bread of a miser, nor desire his delicacies. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, he says to you. But his heart is not with you. The morsel you have eaten, you will vomit up, and waste your pleasant words. Do not speak in the hearing of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. Do not remove the ancient landmark, nor enter the fields of the fatherless. For their Redeemer is mighty. He will plead their cause against you. Apply your heart to instruction, and your ears to words of knowledge. Do not withhold correction from a child, for if you beat him with a rod, he will not die. You shall beat him with a rod and like deliver his soul from hell. Yeah. Sounds like he's about to die, but he won't. My son, if your heart is wise, my heart will rejoice. Indeed, I myself. Yes, my inmost being will rejoice when your lips speak right things. Do not let your heart envy sinners, but be zealous for the fear of the Lord all the day. For surely there is a hereafter, and your hope will not be cut off. Hear, my son, and be wise, and guide your heart in the way. Do not mix with wine bibbers, or with gluttonous eaters of meat. For the drunkard and the glutton will come to poverty, and drowsiness will clothe a man with rags. Listen to your father who begot you, and do not despise your mother when she is old. Buy the truth, and do not sell it. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. The father of the righteous will greatly rejoice, and he who begets a wise child will delight in him. Let your father and your mother be glad. Let her who bore you rejoice. My son, give me your heart, and let your eyes observe my ways. For a harlot is a deep pit, and a seductress is a narrow well. She also lies in wait as for a victim, and increases the unfaithful among men. Who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has contentions? Who has complaints? Who has wounds without cause? Who has redness of eyes? Those who linger long at the wine. Those who go in search of mixed wine. Thank God for the lockdown. Do not look on the wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup, when it swirls around smoothly. At the last, it bites like a serpent and stings like a viper. Your eyes will see strange things, and your heart will utter perverse things. Yes, you will be like one who lies down in the midst of the sea, or like one who lies at the top of the mast saying, They have struck me, but I was not hurt. They have beaten me, but I did not feel it. When shall I awake, that I may seek another drink?
Wow. I mean, it's verse 1, and then that last bit.
Yeah.
Verse 1, because you said that this is something that your mom taught you.
Yeah.
When you sit down to eat with a ruler, consider carefully what is before you. Actually, I've had your siblings quote this thing as well.
Yes.
And put a knife to your throat if you're a man given to appetite. What's it? How do you say it in Uganda? Put a knife to your throat.
Take a kambe kubulago.
Yes. So I've actually had your siblings quote this scripture, so it's quite interesting seeing it. But you know, like how you're at a buffet.
Yeah.
I've read before that. It's so hilarious.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like Hollywood sets, like a movie set, they put like all these delicacies and all this food and stuff. And I think we've joked about it before, like you wanna sit with this awesome appetite. Instead of just getting your stuff done, being the other man of excellence we talked about yesterday, such a stand before kings, like they're finding you at the buffet table, like you're not getting off that table. You know, if you go to an event that has an open bar and then it's like you're stuck there, taking, doing all sorts of cocktails with the juices, and you want to punch all the sodas.
While the guest of honor is giving a speech.
Stuff. And it's like, if someone of, let's say, high standing in terms of, you know, rank and stuff, has taken you, let's say, to this event, those are the things that will embarrass you or cause you to seem like an unserious person. Because you're minding food instead of minding the business that has brought you. And so I think this is actually a really good one, especially for teenagers. But like, you know, shout out to my favorite teenager. You know yourself, your name starts with J. But like, I mean, so it totally stands out for me. I was actually one of those teenagers, so that's how I know, because I mean, we're 4 girls. My sister will watch this and attest. And we had, like, I hear parents saying, "Oh my God, teenager appetites," and I remember my teenager self, like, we would eat. But then sometimes you grow up and you're like this age and you're somehow still eating like a teenager.
That's very true. Just,
if you're a man given to appetite, put a knife to your throat. Like, even though you want, I'm remembering visiting your home before we were married, and your mom is the kind who's like, more food. Hey, let me give you some of this. And so, like, if I was a girl given to appetite, I'm sure your family would have been like, whoa, what are we? What are we here? Because she doesn't stop. Like, it's like, have some of this. Like, whenever you're clearing your plate, it's like, have some more of this. And if you're a man given to appetite, you're going to be the kind who's like, yes, give me. Yes, give me. But do you notice that when you say, no, thank you, the person doesn't keep pushing?
They won't.
Think about it. And then, of course, the last one about the wine made me think about our friend Denton and his book, Mercy Said No, where he shares his story about how he started drinking alcohol from a young age, I think maybe 13. Around 11. And it's an amazing story. I think I should actually maybe find the link and post it in the comment section for you guys. But it's a small book. It's a great book for families, for teenagers, for people who work with youth. It talks about, you know, the effects of alcohol and what kind of bondage it can bring. So reading this just made me think of that. That you think you have it down. You're like, and then, I mean, an addiction is an addiction. It's bondage. So no, I don't want to be doing that.
And then, you know, I like what you've talked about. If I go back to verse 1, when you said, put a knife to your throat. When you sit down to eat with a ruler. Now, this if I'm to connect it with the previous chapter, the excellence. Now that you've had the opportunity, now that you've excelled at what you've done, and then you've been invited to sit before kings. This is one of the things I need to look out for. Your appetite. Because it could ruin all the great work that your excellence has done up to that point, and just take you down with that fork.
And wow, because I'm thinking about, if it's not, let's say, a buffet table and stuff, if it's, you know, trinkets, maybe they're giving up, maybe there's a bowl of candy at the home, or a bowl of fruit, and like you sit there and it's you just eating the candy, or you eating the fruit and finishing it, or they're giving out these trinkets, these gifts. What do they call those gifts? When you're leaving and you want to take like 3 of them. I mean, the appetite could be for different things. Could be for food, for gifts, just taking things like you want more and more. And so it seems it's not what
And actually, one image that has come to mind is usually like at conferences where they give away goodies or gift bags. And then when everyone has left, you know, they usually place them on the seats. On the seats. So sometimes you may be tempted. As I've been tempted before. may be tempted to
Like,
go and
what are all those
just
things
fetch
doing?
all the remaining goodies that everyone left.
Yeah.
And then while everyone is walking out majestically with one,
You
you're
have
the one
like 5.
trying to hold all your 10 kickbacks on the way out.
And
No.
you know, it reminds me of something that Dr. Eunice Adubanga has told before
Yeah.
concerning the poverty mindset.
Oh, yes.
Poverty,
Oh,
the
yes.
mindset of poverty, of scarcity,
Yeah.
will bring you to shame. Because, I mean, while you're doing that, is you're thinking, I mean, all these things, surely, I mean, they should be mine. Or you're thinking, I haven't got enough. One is not enough.
Yes.
What if tomorrow I don't have food? Let me eat all the food right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, yeah, you're not thinking the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Yeah.
You're not thinking.
So please, we'd like to hear what has stood out for you. Just go ahead and share it with us in the comment section. You want to hear what God is speaking to you concerning this chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever verse it is, because we've shared, I mean, only from 2 verses, so
Yeah.
go ahead.
So just go ahead. Have a lovely day. We wish you a great day of walking in wisdom.
Amen.
Amen.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.